2025 versus Syrup.
They'd hold that over their head.
But you hold that till 2026.
Exactly. Bragging rights for a whole month.
Yeah. But to move on to our next set, though, ApolloKage versus Asimo, kind of a tale of two expectations to this one. ApolloKage, a player not even expected to be in this top 8, really riding with the, not really much of an expectation from anybody. Asimo, the prodigal son of this tournament, the one meant to take this home, meeting in loser side here too. Will the chosen one, the chosen child of Asimo, will the comeback story of ApolloKage keep trucking through this loser side?
ApolloKage trying to regain form that he had once before. We're seeing it. We're starting to see glimmers of the old man that once was. And we're seeing what he's got against Asimo right here, starting off EXDP. And it's a big thing to notice is he can crouch beneath these Hadokens. How much use is that really going to mean in the long run?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you already see the game plan shift coming in from Asimo. We are doing so much from range. Realizing these conversions are usually airtight versus every other character is really, really hard to get away from. These grenades break through a ton of stuff.
Focus attack is able to tank initial hit of up tilt as well from Snake. And that's sort of the defining fact that allowed Asimo to take that first stock.
Yeah, no meetings between these two players before, though, so a new chapter and a new book entirely here. Can have to feel each other out throughout probably the duration of this entire 5-game set.
Flying by the seat of their pants, trying to see what they favor. What kind of, Asimo trying to figure out what kind of Snake is ApolloKage. ApolloKage trying to be like, okay, let's see how different you are from Mike.
Oh, yeah, direct to sender there on the Nikita, going straight forward and then down, hard 90-degree turn.
Took a hard left at Albuquerque and sent him to the blast zone.
And a Michigan left.
Oh, of course.
Up and over here too, trying to have to play like a platformer game to get around these projectiles is both players. Asimo able to maneuver around, send a slow Hadoken, send a fast Hadoken, send the EX Hadoken, as you've been talking about. Really a mix-up that you have to worry about.
Timing mix-ups are some of the most important mix-ups in this game. It's what really defines these openings from just extended shield pressure. There we go, see down smash, rolls out, eats another Hadoken, has to recover high from the Cypher. He's immediately met on that platform. Gets set up from one side of stage to the other, rolls back. There's down tilt and the chin check, but not enough to take out the man from Shadow Moses Island.
Yeah, crazy find there too. Asimo maybe saw a little bit too much blood in the water. Got caught up on that platform at A to C4 for it.
L2-3.
But will we seem to see the same Asimo as you saw in that Yara set? Whenever we were stocked down as the Ryu, we really hunkered down and found a stock very soon after, but a completely different beast. Able to kind of lay traps in the wake, lay it in the grass.
ApolloKage doing a great job of laying down aerial ordnance to cover his landing on platform. So Asimo has tightening the screws here, 182 to 36. He's forced to use C4 recovery and go really up high.
Yeah, I mean,
to the moon.
193 is unbelievable. Down smash will finally find it. And again, only 36% of extra credit to speak of. Again, two real heavy characters here too. I mean, that's a rounding error for the most part against this matchup. Oh, not drifting into the C4 this time. Very good adjustment in the air.
Caught it out of his peripheral at the very last moment.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that's a blinking red light.
Yeah, on that platform, very close. Good jump over and dropping the grenade. Really dancing around all these projectiles extremely well in the later goings of this game one.
It's always impressive to see how a character that doesn't have a projectile like Snake to pull out and throw, how they utilize them when they're in their own hands. So able to avoid every single explosion, every grenade. But has one in hand there.
Yeah, you got to get through this minefield there too. Focus will help out a little bit. Just able to get the drift up change. My goodness, that focus could have let that thing fly, but did not want to bet it all there.
Scary situation to find yourself in as ApolloKage. Staring at the barrel of a focus attack. Platform again, hunting for those back airs.
Jump use here too. ApolloKage not going to shark from below too heavily. Oh yeah, these fast Hadokens very nice. Dropping a C4 in the corner here too. This could be big. Yeah, ApolloKage, a ton of respect being given to him because of that C4 placement. Damn, the rundown on shield there too. Baited out the drop. What a find for Asimo.
Shoku is just such a good projectile to run up behind and just do whatever you want afterwards with that shield pressure. Get a grab, and now it was a shield poke down smash that Zach was looking for to take that first game. Or sorry, yeah.
And also, too, these two players not having faced each other before, but Asimo having, 4 sets won, 5 sets won over Hurt Lifetime. That is unbelievable. Previously, the best player this game had to offer, that has to be one of the highest win totals versus that Snake. I think anybody could even lay claim to.
Which, if you're ApolloKage, you certainly know that coming into this match. You gotta lock in and see, what can I do different that Asimo hasn't really seen before, isn't really familiar with, given that NA-style Snake. So far, Ashimo's been there to answer every question he's asked.
Well, back air coverage here too. You see ApolloKage gets really punished hard for whenever we go at like that mid-range height coming back onto stage. ApolloKage's been a lot safer to land back on from super high or super low, and you see getting caught in the blender that Asimo is able to provide.
What a finish too. When you find that opening, get him and put in the blender, like right here, 32% in the blink, another Hadoken, catches that landing.
Ooh, good turnaround there too. ApolloKage was, in a really bad position with back facing Asimo, so pulling out an option quickly was very smart.
Backup grenade in hand, wants to cover this ledge with explosions so that way Asimo doesn't have any way in, no path forward. Air dodge down and eats that size 12 to the chin. Bring us to 2 stocks apiece here, Script.
Yeah, and again, really didn't get caught up in all too much effort. It seems like both players really changed up their game plan once they've started to lose advantage.
Play and catch.
Wow. I mean, this is an unbelievable pace we're seeing. I mean, we're letting the inputs fly in these EX Hadoukens. I love it. Oh, jab lock there, but got pushed off the stage because of the bounce. Oh my goodness, what a find there in the corner. Asimo able to make so much work there just off of the single hit.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Script, but I believe Ryu's been doing that since Smash 4.
Oh, yes, yeah, Ryu's been able to do some crazy stuff in the corner. The conversions you can find off of 2 hits for spikes is, unbelievable, unlike anything else you can find in the cast.
Very surprising we've only seen it now so early. We didn't see it at all against Yara, but now ApolloKage finally landing those conversions at ledge.
Yeah.
Something definitely dangerous.
Yeah, two really mixy characters as we've been seeing Asimo play against. They can do a lot of momentum canceling, they can do a lot of B reversing, so it's really hard to keep them pinned down in like a micro sense. They can do a lot of micro adjustments to avoid, getting hit by crazy stuff like that. But once Asimo seems to get the pause on you, all bets are off. Weird trade on the grenade there too. I thought somebody was dead for sure.
I thought for a second it was going to be a full DBZ.
Yeah.
Both one heavier than we expected. Shoku, jab 1, 1, 2, 3. A little gentleman off the side. Here comes Nikita. Pokes attack, able to make it back. Easy. Now what are you going to do? Oh, 1, 2 off the top for Asimo.
Yeah, collarbone breaker cancel into the Shoryuken. That will take a stock in a much more clean victory for Asimo than we saw in that first game. So seems to be trending the right way for our 1 seed.
Seems to really kicked it up a notch. Found the next gear after falling short against Yara. More of that hurt kind, that Snake knowledge coming into play here. Standing strong, cool, collected, just looking down. Another potential 3-0.
Back and forth here too. It's weird because you kind of see game plan changes really suddenly between these two players. There's really no nuance between it. It's either we are hardcore walling you out with our Hadokens and our grenades, or we are getting in there to scrap with two characters that have fantastic boxing options.
Yeah, kind of a 1-0 play style. It's either pedal to the metal or pedal to the metal or we're sitting back and cruising.
Ooh, weak into the back here. We'll work it out. Still going to hold off that stage. ApolloKage did not expect that. Oh my goodness, we're just ending up in the perfect spot going forward for a lot of these hits.
I love that space and the vertical, where Shoku is placed vertically, he's able to shield poke against a character as tall as Snake.
The dash back there too, ApolloKage avoiding his own grenade that Asimo had been holding.
Over. What is ApolloKage going to do here? Trying this aggressive landing. Just going to sit on any platform. You know the vibes. Slowing it down. But Asimo has no time for games. Going to slowly just walk him down into the corner here. Up tilt whiffs,
Yeah.
down smash lands, but no stock taken, Script.
That doesn't kill at 185 after hit is unbelievable. Dead anyways, though. And obviously all that rage off of ApolloKage is a huge weight off Ashimo's shoulders. Had it been hit right there with all that rage, Asimo is definitely dead. But alive on the left side because of the stock taken earlier. Oh my goodness, conversions, 44% only.
But still knowledgeable of where C4 is, Asimo. Oh my gosh, ApolloKage knows. Whoa.
Got a little mixy there too. If an air dodge head came out from ApolloKage, all bets would have been off.
Recover, looking to bonk him on the head, but no
Yeah.
C4 recovery, another stock gone. And now Asimo, 3 stocks to 1, and it's not looking good for a man from St. Louis.
Yeah, all this trade damage as well here too. Once you get in this kind of deficit as Snake, it is really hard to keep continuing that same game plan of taking trade wins because they just don't come to you in any sort of positive manner. Sure, you're getting percent put on, but you are still a stock down.
C4 planted, and now you, again, that crouch coming into play, able to go low profile underneath Hadoken, both EX and slow. Shoku has too many hitboxes to parry.
Grenade up and over, lobbing it over that platform. Thought we might have an opening there too for a dash attack. That's kind of been ApolloKage's main thing in this game 3 here too, is dash attack to kind of break up the area that Ashimo's kind of standing really like solemnly in, very happy to be staying stationary.
Trying to close the distance in an instant.
Yeah.
They spring it on you, a little jump scare.
Ooh, scary on this platform. There's all these explosives as well too. ApolloKage could have taken a lot of shield pressure from his own devices. Crazy focus find in the forward smash, able to end ApolloKage's tournament run here at 5th place, but a fantastic run nonetheless, breaking all expectations that others had set for him. What a run it is.
Focus attack from ledge, turn around with a big forward smash, and nothing you can do for ApolloKage to survive that. Excellent work from Asimo, showing that for somebody that has so many wins over Hurt, he's really showing the knowledge against Snake. We're going to see how far he can take it today.
Yeah, you kind of felt it in the way that game 1, 2, and 3 went, with game 1 being the closest game of the two, and slowly that matchup knowledge, realizing the little adjustments we need to make to how ApolloKage would be taking the matchup as opposed to Hurt. So you really saw Asimo settle into what it needed to be in that game 3.
Absolutely, absolutely. So good job from Asimo. Moving on, ApolloKage, you had an amazing run.
Yeah,
we
that
saw
was sick.
a lot of
That was
great
super
things.
sick.
Trying to figure out if I think that might be it for us. We're going to do a little hot swap on comms. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay with us. Don't touch that tab. I've been Maximus. You can find me on the places below and twitch.tv/Maximus31. Script.
Yeah, very much fun, my friend. Shout out to everybody who's made this event possible. Please do keep it locked and loaded right here. Top 4 of Citadel says, what's the daily Smash advice coming right after this ad?